Peace, 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 peace. Salute, salute. Peace and power. I thank the universal truth and the absolute laws of nature for guiding me, protecting me, and giving me the strength to endure the imperfect. I shall attack with vigor, making progressive moves. The divine mind knows, the divine mind shows all things work in divine order. Peace and power, peace and power. How's everybody doing? All right. Let me send a few invites real quick. Let the people know that I'm here doing what I do. I don't know about what they do, but I'm here. I am here. All right. Boom, boom. Hello, what's good? What's going on with you? What's going on with you? So as we wait for the comrade to come through, I hope everybody's hydrated, did what they had to do to remain safe and healthy during this little heat wave. Peace, H, peace. How you doing? Salute, salute. What's good with you?
Peace, peace. What's going on? What's the science? And see you in a minute, brother.
What's up?
Right. I'm good. Can't complain, man. Wow, you looking good, brother. Looking good.
I'm trying, man.
Nah, you are.
Long as I stay hydrated, stay out the heat.
Right.
I'm
see
gonna
that.
do what I do.
Absolutely, man. What's on the plate today, man? What's going on out there?
Today, at work, there's a little transition. I told you about that social work. They don't really stay put on the administrative level. You know what I'm saying? So my director jumped ship. You know what I'm saying? We getting somebody else who's gonna be supervising the kids, and that's basically what took place today. I went out, ran around a little bit. Tried to get the stretch on, and everything been easy, been suave. Just trying to make sure, I intake enough of the good information and spit out the bad,
Right.
But,
that pull-up bar. We gotta get on that pull-up bar soon, man.
Listen, man. Soon as this lawsuit, excuse me, is out of here.
No question.
I'm back on my grizzly. I
I'm
gotta get up. Like I said, I always want to be able to do one set of pull-ups to match my birth year.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. I've always been a bar monster. So this year, I'll be my 52nd solar rotation, man. So if I get 52 in one set, that's what it is. My sets is 20, 25 a set. That's what I do all the way around the board. So if I get, at my highest, I was doing 32 a set for 10 sets. Perfect money, no jerking, no nothing. So I want to get at least back to that, to maintain that and stay right,
Right. I see some people coming in.
Yeah, definitely. A lot of people coming through. So we're going, let's give them what they want. They ain't see us in a minute,
That's
so we
true.
gotta give them exactly what they came for,
Absolutely, man. What's going on with your boy Kanye, man? What's up with him?
Well, what I always said about him, I truly believe it. I think he is just a high level, high on the spectrum functioning autistic individual. That's why I believe the mother was his manager, was always around him, because she knew that he was autistic. I don't think that he has severe mental issues. I don't think he's bipolar or crazy. I just think that he's interpreting, the information that he gets, and then he spits it out. Plus, he's in that industry, right? And he's in it at his highest levels, around his most demonic. So sometimes you get a little piece of clarity, and that's where he comes out spitting this stuff. But again, I think he's been abused. I think he's being used, you know,
Right.
by various different forces and individuals, you know.
Right.
Same with August. You know what I'm saying? I think these are people who are very talented, and
Yeah.
the industry keys in on that, and you know, again pushes them, markets them, you know, lets them get an audience, and then manipulates the situation, controls them, and
Right.
never take care of them. So of course, you know, you're going to have people around them that's going to try to capitalize off the situation as well. So
I think he just
Kanye
made
puts
a
in,
song.
huh?
He just made a song
Yeah,
called
I didn't listen to it
Entanglement.
yet,
Yeah, me either. I didn't hear it.
but I do believe what the young man is saying. I seen it. You can see the hurt in his eye
Right.
when he was speaking to Angela Yee. I saw the hurt. I saw the pain. I didn't think he was lying. And the fact that they did a little red table after that with just them two proves that
Right.
it was some truth to it, because even
Absolutely.
Will had that hurt in his eye. You
Yeah.
understand what I'm saying? His
Yeah, I
body
seen it.
language, and even as somebody who's a seasoned actor, those two didn't pull it off
Yeah, yeah.
for the world,
Those are
regardless
like
of
raw
what they was
emotions.
doing
Yeah.
as far as their situation is concerned. That man was
Fact.
hurt, and he couldn't
Yeah.
front. He
Right.
twitching, his body language, he was all over the place with that.
Yeah.
He's
Now let me ask
looking
you a
at her,
question.
uh-huh.
Now let me ask you a question. Now, what happens to people when they get caught in these type of relationships, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because I know he can clearly walk away if he wants to. To me, I don't think they love each other. I mean, I think they love each other. I don't think they're in love. But what happens?
I think he did. We got to look at he was never a street dude,
Right.
right? Got in the industry. I remember him when he first came to Union Square when Jeff did the Transformer scratch. I was in there that
Right.
night. So you're
Mm-hmm.
talking about somebody who's young, 18, right? Just coming
Right.
into his own, right? On the renaissance of hip hop, and they was able to do what he did, right? By the time he got on the show, he was doing his numbers. He meets her,
What? He
who
was.
is very street, right? She's very street.
Mhm.
Beat
Okay. Yeah.
Raw,
Wow.
dope
Wow.
fiend for moms, friends with Pop, who had a mother that was going through her own struggles. They were street, so she's street. You know, she did what she did to him. I believe that she definitely, because you're going to go through certain stages in life, and you're going to need
Right.
more than just the initial infatuation with each other. They do love each other, but again, she's
Right.
driving that boat.
Yes.
But it comes to a
Yes.
certain
Yes.
point where a man is not able to deal with that if that's not him. I don't think that whole
So you think
openness
he
with
gives
this man.
in? You think he just gave in? He just gave in?
I believe he, you know, he thought he could handle that. A lot of people get in relationships
I
believing
agree. I agree
that
with
they
you.
can handle what the other person is dishing out, and they can't.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
believe he's suffering from that, and now that he's an older man, right, he can't
yeah,
figure his way up out of it. Because that hurt was in his eye. He looking at her like, damn, you did to that young man what you do to me. That's that kind of hurt.
okay,
You see what I'm
okay.
saying?
And we see this in the hood a lot, man.
Yeah,
We see this in the hood a lot.
that's why domestic violence is skyrocketing. My class stay
Right.
full. I got
Mhm.
fathers that come through there that gotta take domestic violence because they just can't handle what these women are doing. So a
And
lot of them
remember,
get into
remember,
these
Will said
situations.
he went to drinking. He turned into a heavy alkie at one time when during the breakup.
Look, come on, man. That's deep.
Yeah,
That's
you
deep.
making some great points. The people say you're making some great points,
That's
and you're
deep.
right,
Listen,
man.
you got all the money in the world. You got all the notoriety. Everybody knows your face and know who you are. But the one person you want don't want you the same way.
Mm.
That's a
Wow.
hurtful feeling for a man that got power and money and can have almost anybody he wants. And she know
Yeah.
that because she's unapologetic.
Yeah.
She abused that young man and got away with it.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, she did some things to that young man because he's hurt.
Mhm.
Even
Yeah.
though he's not well up here, but you know how these young dudes are nowadays.
Right.
He trusts her. You can see that.
Right. Right.
He
Right.
trusts her to the degree, right,
Mm-hmm.
that he believed that she was going to heal him.
Mm-hmm.
And in that broken trust, what else did she do to him? You know
Right.
what I'm saying? I mean, come on. Again, where he from? Louisiana? You know what I'm saying? We
Right.
don't know what kind of things he dealt with that wasn't publicized. The things that
Right.
he
Right.
did allow us to see and was written in the press, that was written in the press. That's some heavy shit to deal with.
That's true.
Loss of your brother, getting clapped at, you know what I'm saying? Coming up in poverty. He dealt with a lot. And then you jump into an industry that's just straight demonic and don't care about you. So
Off
now
top.
you're going through it, and at your breaking point, you entrust in this woman.
Mm-hmm.
And all she did was devouring him.
Yeah, now relationships, I know relationships are powerful, but what type of imprints that these type of relationships leave on you for the rest of your life? Sometimes it affects you for the rest of your life sometimes.
It's deep because the scars are very, 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 very painful. You understand what I'm saying? And they're so deep.
Does it change your thinking? You think it changes the way people move?
It alters your perception. Look at
Right,
just what
right.
happened in New Jersey, right? With the
Yeah.
lawyer that went and killed the federal judge's son and shot the husband. This is somebody who's a lawyer who is articulate enough in the information that he was in a court of law handling cases, but his
Right.
beliefs and what he thought he was going to lose based on his manhood, based on what feminism was about, caused him to go out there and kill these people. They even blamed him for another joint out in Cali, some other judge that got popped. So he did all that, and then he ate a bullet. This is what happens when people believe and perceive certain situations, certain themes. So if Will is continuously going through a theme of, yo, I'm giving this woman my all, and she says she loves me, but she gives pieces of herself to other people, well, I'm going to do it, and then when I do it, I don't feel good. That is scarring this man.
Yeah, and how long they been together? I know double digits, right? Double
90,
digits.
93, 95, you know what I'm saying? I don't know.
And then two, there's a lot going on with them, so we don't know how long they in
Right.
between and all of that.
Right, exactly, Dirty. He could never control that, and that's evident. That's evident because why? He doesn't have what it takes to steal her mind.
Right.
Her mind is not engaged in that with him. You see what I'm saying? Just like a pimp-hoe relationship.
No, it's
The
funny
hoe can never
because
get up in that pimp's
the brother
mind.
said the same thing, right?
Same
The brother
thing.
said he
She
never
just
can
reversed
control
it.
her.
Right? We read, the art of seduction. It's a reverse play, and a lot of men get caught up in it because we have been socialized to believe that we are the most powerful source in that relationship. When that is altered or when that is challenged, a man doesn't know how to move on that if he doesn't have it up here. So he resorts to these. He resorts to stabbing. He resorts to shooting or taking her out. Because he doesn't have the faculty up here to do what society deemed him as, right? And we all know that this society is based on white supremacy, a white man's ideal, right? Where he is the dominant force. He controls everything. We, people of melanin, don't believe in that. We believe in dealing with our natural partner as our equal. You see what I'm saying? So when we try to live through these Euro standards of what manhood is, what a relationship is, you get caught up in the dumb shit.
Right.
Because now it's telling you to be abusive to your black queen. It's telling you to be abusive to your children. It's telling you to dominate the entire situation. And now you compound that and you add a different level to that, saying that, yo, you're an actor. You're worth 25 mil a flick. You know what I'm saying? You should be the head boss of your house. But you caught up with this slick sister who knows a little bit more than the average, and she probably done took you places, right?
Right.
Took you places that you never thought you would, and now you know it's crumbling.
That's
I believe the
true.
young man. She doing what she do. I don't, and I don't knock her for it, right? Because again, when you're dealing with black women who have been dehumanized on every level, right? Especially when it comes to their body, for a black woman to take control of that and say, "Nah, this is mine, and I'm going to do with it what I want to do." And share it with who I want to share with, regardless of anything, regardless of a marriage certificate, regardless of what society says, regardless of anything. You got to give her a level of understanding. Like, okay, I see you, I understand you. You did what I'm saying? But again, she demonized the young man who wasn't well up here. So that's the predator right there. You dig what I'm saying? And in that, you should be looked at as any other predator, whether it's R. Kelly, Epstein, or any one of them. Because you played on that man in a very vulnerable state.
Jordan, now let me ask you another question. I see a lot of these quote unquote conscious people, they come for a lot of these sick people. It's like the doctor attracted to the sick person.
Right.
Now, what do you think that's about? Is that something with the ego, or I gotta help this person, and then they get wrapped up in it?
It's everything to do with ego, right? Because you are someone who attained a certain amount of information, and now you're testing it out. See, they don't come at other conscious people on the same level, right? They go at somebody who may be just newly aware of themselves, right? Somebody who is so sick that they don't know anything, right? That's just like a con man. You're going to catch whoever going to come to you, right? You running around 42nd Street back in the days, you get conned. You see all the con men out there. They got the three-car Molly dudes, right? They got the dudes selling the fake jewelry. They got the dudes that's taking your bread, exchanging cash for a whole bunch of rocks and pebbles. Don't look in the bag. You know what I'm saying? But these dudes is trying to rob me. Give me whatever you got in your pocket and hold my valuables. You dig what I'm saying? So now you greedy, you're gonna get bit. Right?
Somebody left a comment.
No, he just needs to leave her before he puts hands on her. A real man don't have to put hands on a woman and don't want to control her, just like she shouldn't want to control him either. True. But sometimes people are not at that stage. Like, they made an agreement that divorce was not an option, right? So whatever they agreed upon in their marriage, that's their business. You dig what I'm saying? Just like a pimp and a hoe. That's their business. You don't know what kind of contract they got worked out. We don't know what kind of contract they have worked out. And we shouldn't, especially in this day and age, right, be distracted by this conversation because it got too many legs. But again, where I come in at is that it's seeped into the conscious and the woke communities, people who know better, people who should understand both sides of the coin and not let this shit run on the way it ran for these, many weeks. We could have been talking about building. You see what I'm saying? But they continue to allow these gossipy dialogues to take place. Right? Whatever they do, Just like, and instead of saying, having a point of learning with it, people are arguing with each other about it.
Yeah, I've seen people, they're going crazy.
Blocking people. We don't even know if it's real because they are messages. You understand what I'm saying? But people are so caught up in it because they see themselves in it. You understand what I'm saying? Oh, this is what I would have done. And trying to, put a different spin on it. You don't know what you would have done.
Facts. Facts.
Because you're not in that situation at all.
Look, check this out. Check this out. I was listening to that Jay-Z interview with a brother. I forgot his name. He got a bald head. He asked Jay-Z, he said, if the shoe was on the other foot and Beyonce cheated, can you handle it? So I was surprised when Jay-Z said, I hope I can. So it's like he's almost like prepping himself for the cheat. I was like,
wow. Again, I don't think it's a cheat. We don't know.
Right.
We don't know what the agreement was between these individuals. We don't know.
Yeah.
How are you going to compare their marriage to a pimp and whole situation? A marriage contract doesn't mean you have a right to do what you want.
No, the concept of it, you were saying, basically.
Well, the marriage contract is based on what? If you're basing your marriage on the Eurocentric standards, then so be it. I don't know what frame of mind you're coming from, but I'm not that. I'm not that. I'm purely woke, so I don't even look to it from a point of a marriage contract. Like, what is that?
Right.
We don't know each other. If you want to live by a contract, you should continue to want to be a slave in a slave master contract.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? All this shit over here is built on white supremacy, built on the white man's ideal of formatting a society and institutions, and that marriage institution that they living under is not one of a melanated person. So we don't know what their contract is.
Right. Yeah. Now let me ask you another question real quick. What do you think about people that's in this relationship that take their partners back constantly after they stepping out and doing what they do? And like you said, we don't. I'm just saying. I'm saying any relationship, whatever. Just is it okay? Just to take your partner back multiple times.
Listen. Some people are grown and groomed in abuse. Right? So much to the fact that they look for people who want to continue to abuse them.
Wow. Okay. True.
You understand? People don't misinterpret what you see on the outside. There are people who watch their parents and grandparents grow up and abuse each other. So by the time they out the door, they believe that it's a normal situation. That this is just how people do. Just like people that grow up in filth. You look at people and be like, yo, how the fuck can y'all live around this shit? You come in their house, it's nasty, it's disgusting on a regular basis. You know what I'm saying? Living like how everybody lived in the 70s when we had no other options. Was no bug spray, was no traps, no, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that, where you lived in filth because it was filth all around you. And you're looking at people like, how you still living like that? Because they have been groomed in that. They've been groomed into be a person living in poverty, impoverished person. That's the same thing when you're dealing with people in an abusive relationship. They have watched it. That is their theme. So they see a normalness in it. There's some type of normalcy there.
Right.
And if they're not in that situation, they don't know how to deal with it.
Got
you. Put them in the most pleasant relationship possible.
Yeah.
And they would not know how to respond.
Right. Somebody left a comment.
Stockholm Syndrome is real. Yes, it is. Islam, these ones think pleasure is pain. No doubt. Exactly. We groom our seeds to how they live and who they become and what they're showing. Exactly. Right? I'm a representation of what I came up around. I came up around people who were consistently educated, right? My mother went to college till the day she died.
Wow.
She was an A student until the day she couldn't go to school anymore. My father got his master's degree in social work at 55. You see what I'm saying? Books all through the house. My grandmother gave me books when I was a baby. No pictures. Mal, read book, all type of books on metaphysics and things of that nature. So this is all I knew.
Yeah.
On that level. And in the
Right.
street, I was around nothing but hard rocks, nothing but stick-up kids, nothing but dudes that was in it.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to become that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm from East New York. That's all we had.
Yeah.
So you're going to come up in that.
That's
You're going to
right.
come up, you're going to be raised different. So if somebody's raised around abuse, if a woman is raised around watching a man consistently abuse women, she's going to have the interpretation that that's normal. And then when
Yes,
she
right.
goes outside and continuously sees that abuse.
Yeah, check this out. The brother said that he would love to join the bill. Very intelligent brother. The brother, the Mobile.
Well, we could build on a later date.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? If he wants to build with me, he can add, and you know, we can do it on a later date. I
He
mean, I
wanted a
respect it. I
solid
definitely
comrade
respect it
too.
and appreciate it. But you know, and like I always let people know, when Bay got the floor, me and Bay got, you understand? But definitely, brother, we can
Absolutely.
definitely build on it. You know,
You know, that's peace. That's peace.
yeah. Definitely, but that's just what it is, man. When you raised in that element of such a disparity when it comes to relationships or how men and women treat each other, you dig? You're going to accept that unless you just have a different awakening, right? Some people say, nah, that's not for me, right? Like I came up around people who drink. That wasn't for me. I seen what it did to them. I didn't like it. So I never picked that habit up to the degree where I couldn't get rid of it. I tried when I was in the service, but I didn't like the
Wasn't
feeling,
your thing, yeah.
right? But I came up all around it. Everybody drunk. The same thing. But when you're dealing with women and somebody who's watched abuse all their life, and then the outside society, outside of the home, continues to abuse them and tell them that they're worthless, tell them that they're not beautiful.
Right.
9 times out of 10, they're going to deal with an individual who treats them the same way because it feels normal. It feels crazy when you go outside of that.
Right. No, you're right. That's a fact.
You dig? And that's just, you know, what's going on with that. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right. And I know we also want to speak about you know, this whole YouTube internet thug movement that's going up where that's going on where people are pulling up to people's apartments and this and threatening people online. I mean, where does that come from? Because a lot of these dudes say they G's, man, and they like snitching on themselves.
They never seen a G. They never seen a G. They don't see that energy. They don't know what it looked like because they never been around it. So they're going to act out. Remember, these are kids who was raised on technology, raised on apps, right? Raised on video games. So they believe everything is a video game.
That's true.
They drive cars like it's a video game. Like if they're going to get into an accident, they're not going to die, right? This is how they socialize because they living in a world, right? A cyber world. They're living in the tech world. So they don't know and understand fatality, mortality. You dig what I'm saying? They don't understand a real G. When somebody looking at them like, you know, I'm not playing with you. It's a different language. It's a different energy. They don't comprehend that. So people are not playing. They will show up at your house because with this technology and this cyber world that is not real, it is attached to a lot of real things. You have IP addresses, you have phone numbers, you have all this, and somebody can find your ass.
Yeah, it's not hard. It's not that hard.
So this is where we're coming into a lot of the conflicts. This is what's a lot of the reason for all these upticks in violence and people getting shot and killed and seeing each other in the street and these interactions. But this is not new. It was going on 10, 15 years ago. When they was doing those big sweeps in Brooklyn and locking up all these different gangs and offshoots of major gangs in these little sets, right? That's how come law enforcement have their own division strictly for that. You dig what I'm saying? Because they know that these kids are online with this, threatening each other. talking reckless to each other because, again, the culture and society has made it okay for black children to dehumanize each other and get their rocks off, right?
Wow.
It's a social norm now. We didn't come up with that shit. You dig what I'm saying? If dude wanted to rock with us and his gears wasn't right, son, we gonna get you fresh. Let's go get this money. We showed him how to get money to get fresh. We ain't gonna dehumanize him like that. You dig what I'm saying? These kids have grown up like that.
Stunting on each other.
And a lot of them don't have the maturity to deal with that because they don't know how to deal with their anger and they're oversensitive. And I'm not just talking about kids 13, 14, 15. Some of these grown-ass men, 40, 45, 46, with this mentality, right, are oversensitive. So a lot of them are giving orders to these youngins, or a lot of them is moving in a manner in which these youngins don't see them as a true OG, as a true older guard. So the uptick in violence is up here because you're dealing with too many dynamics. Again, the cyber world is not real, but you spitting verbiage and causing very real reactions. You did?
Real talk. Somebody left a comment.
My wife's son grew up in abuse, and I was trying to explain to him abuse is her normal. Her father, her brother's father were in jail for murder and other infractions. He could knock her out with, I can't read the rest of it. It's a lot. Thank you for sharing. Anybody that comments, definitely appreciate that y'all joining the dialogue, and thanks for sharing. Yeah, it's deep. Our people are very broken people. You dig what I'm saying? Spiritually, physically, you know what I'm saying, and many mentally. So we have a lot of mourning to do, a lot of healing to do, and it's going to take a lot to come up out of that. That's what gets me upset when you have people with a little bit of book knowledge and no application, no true practice or theory, speaking as if we have a one cookie cutter blanket philosophy that's going to get us up out of this situation. It's not going to happen. You get what I'm saying? We've always been teeter-tottering. Right? We always had the progressive and the regressive. We always had the rats and the bootlickers, right? And those who are truly committed. But right now you have an onslaught of these fake dudes online moving people in a different direction.
Yeah. That's right. That's right. And I know it was another topic we wanted to touch on. The conscious community. Are they still around? What is it? What is it?
They're around. They're gonna always be around, but they're confused now. Right. Because a lot of them was reactionary. So they was always waiting for something to happen, waiting for somebody to get lynched, waiting for somebody to say something racist. They was always waiting. What happened? The pandemic came in and deaded everybody with their true reasoning and their true purpose. So now you don't have no content because you reactionary, you're a counterpuncher. You're not one to put some ideas together, right? And to move on it. So now it seems like they're quiet. But they're around.
Yeah.
But they waiting for the next bandwagon to jump on. They waiting for the next dude to come through to say he got the answer. Conscious community ain't going nowhere because it's not one solid space.
That's what I was going to say.
The consciousness always evolves. There's always levels. It always moves. So the community, but a lot of people fall back, right? Because you get a lot of negative energy. You get a lot of challenges and people want to test your square. And some people are just not confrontational. They want to say what they say, or some may want to educate and just educate, but they don't want the pushback. Right? Because our people are very cynical. Black people have been told time and time again, I got the answer, or I'm committed to you, only to be let down. So you got to be sharp. You got to have a heart and a stomach for this shit because they're going to test your square all the way through. You did? So they're not nowhere, but they just confused right now and running behind a bunch of bullshit.
Right.
You know?
Somebody left a comment.
One punch, but that's not his method of operation. When he met her, he was going to school to be a mortician. That tells a lot. He talked out of it now. She's a nurse, but crazy as hell. Oh, that's a continuation from. Okay, I get it. Definitely.
Yeah. But that's good that he's trying to tell his son, you know, the real. Because I heard people say, yo, beat that bitch ass and all of this. And
yeah, I'm saying, when you in a situation, right? I got you. So we can build anytime, Queen, and you know, again, me and Bay do this on a regular. Just sometimes we have to, you know, handle other business and situation, but we can build on that.
No, but what I do is, yeah, because definitely they definitely want to build, and that's a good thing. So we could set some of them up in the near future, definitely.
Definitely, or we could even do a Zoom. You know, everybody could DM you their emails. You know, and we can have a true dialogue. You know, Zoom lets you add about 20, 30, 40 people. You know, however you upgrade the account, and we can really do some dialogue that's going to heal and not agitate and not play on your emotions and gaslight people. You understand what I'm saying? That's what true leadership is. That's what true education is, give and take. But these people don't want pushback. That's why you don't see them in the streets nowhere. They just talk. You don't see no application of work. Or the application they work is minimal and emotional and really out of sync.
Right.
You know.
No, that's real. That's real.
It's real, man. We in a dire straits here. And then what's funny is that people don't really know that we free right now.
Right.
Right now, we are free.
Yeah. A lot of people
trying to run back to the plantation. Right? Everything is shut down.
Right.
Law enforcement, the more they are broken. Morally, they're broken. They're quitting.
Yeah.
The government is destroyed. The prestige is gone. We in the
they
same
said they definitely
space.
down with the Zoom.
We're in the same exact space that they was in during Reconstruction. When you free and you don't know it because you don't have the gumption. When you don't believe in yourself to say we don't have to deal with them. Now let's do this on our own. People don't even realize that.
Sad.
War going on outside, no man is safe from. Not us, not the white man, no man is safe from.
Yeah.
So why are we trying to run back into his institutions and systems? Why are we trying to run back to his plantations to work? Why are we trying to go back to something that was broken to begin with? We are free. But people don't want to believe in themselves and love themselves and work for liberation for themselves.
Yeah, you're right. Now, what's this about? I don't know if you've seen the video that I put up yesterday with the European, but they telling me to my face they ain't white. I'm black. Did you see that?
They don't want to associate it. And let me answer the sister. Yeah, I know of Q Brother. Q Brother is doing his thing. He's a great example of what I'm talking about. He said what he was going to do. He did it. He's still doing it, and he's moving.
That's the brother from Brooklyn, right?
Huh?
That's the brother from Brooklyn, right?
Right. With his own school. You dig what I'm saying? Streams his own stuff. Have kids that he's educating, right? With his own curriculum to do for self, to love self, a true revolutionary spirit. He's doing his thing. Definitely, I've definitely heard of him and followed him and you know, again in passing, you know, exchange, you know, blessings and things like that, you know. But with the Europeans have found out that they're not omnipotent, so now they don't want to claim it. You understand? I always say the white man is a figment of his own imagination. He created that shit. He said, "I'm different. I'm better." That's an imagination. That's not right and exact. So when other people fall in line with it and believe it, now you're all of us are guilty of following the figment of his imagination. So what's happening? The prestige is falling. They're losing. They're getting sick. They're dying. Their financial system is collapsing. So they don't even want to claim it no more. No, I ain't white. I don't want that, right? Because they're
Yeah.
getting a challenge now. So they don't want it. They don't want it. Now
Yeah.
it's going to be hands off like hot potato. Nah, I don't want that. Which makes it even more foolish for
It
somebody
messed
to
me
be a
up.
coon. What makes it more foolish for somebody to come and speak for them as if he knows them. Right? That's what happens when black people come up in there and say, I know
Right.
what's going on. Because I'm sitting at the table. You don't know what's going on. You're not them. You're not them. So you're a bigger fool than anybody else.
That's right.
You're a bigger fool than anybody else. You're not only a coon or a Tom or whatever the hell else people want to call you. You're a dummy.
Yeah.
You're a dummy. That's what's going on with them. You know what I'm saying? They don't want that. That's why they speaking silly. And believe me, I'm in trainings with the best of them, with the top
Right.
echelon social scientists of it. And
The
they
lady
scared to
told
death.
me she's a what's that with Kim Kardashian is whatever Manium or some shit she was telling me she was. So I was like, and then one dude told me to my face, he said, I'm not white, I'm black. And I'm looking at him and I said, man, you're a straight pale. I'm like, so I just be messing with him on my way home, man. I said, yo, these people are crazy, man.
Listen, I'm telling you, the energy shift in the universe,
Yes.
the planetary shift that opened up the truth has them shaking in their boots.
Right. Your brother
Get
left
what
a
I'm
comment.
saying? We have to start gathering them then, like back in the day. Definitely, you gotta have the ciphers. This is what we do. Healing needs to be done between men and women. We are in a spiritual and earthly war. That's right. We is. We definitely is. This is the thick of it. So when you see people trying to, spit language, talking about we can all get along. Let's go to the table. Of course, that's what the other ones want. Because they don't want to feel that heat.
No,
So
not
why
at
would you
all.
replace your oppressor with another form of oppression? Or put them back in a solid seat? The seats are not solid now.
No.
And nothing is moving. I'm telling you, that's what happened in Reconstruction. Nothing. They had nothing. Everything started at scratch. We are free right now. People are getting free money, right? Because they're working from home. Kids are getting educated in the house by their parents. So your parents are able to teach you what they want you to get. Law enforcement is scared. They uncertain how to move. That's freedom.
Right.
All you got to do is gather the troops and do what you're supposed to do. But they're not understanding that. Because they're so woke and so conscious and so black. You get what I'm saying? So black that they can't see it.
That's true.
Been free. This has been one of the greatest things to ever happen. Because it puts everybody on an even playing field. If people stop talking and talk and just walk, stop fronting guns and all this shit, you fronting and all type of dumb shit. Everybody's a soldier. Everybody's this. Everybody's a intellectual. And they going right back into the same system. That ain't smart.
No.
How smart is that?
No.
How smart is that? You gonna tell me to follow you, but you utilizing the same institutions that we just came from.
Right.
The same monetary notes that you just said wasn't about shit, that you said somebody's hanging off of, you chasing. The same laws you said imprisoned us, right? The same laws that miseducated us, the same laws that had us uncivil, that we had to fight for civil rights, you still following. You still putting people in position to vote for and keep intact when it's ripping apart. That's smart. That's conscious. That's woke. It seems dumb to me.
Right.
Conscious and woke and aware is belief in self.
That's right.
And to utilizing anything you can to not deal with that at any level.
Real talk.
You
That's real
dig?
talk.
So that's what's going on. That's what's going on. People not solid in what they reading. They're not solid in what they're spitting out their mouth. Because it's going to take a lot. It takes work.
Action.
Sincere work.
Yeah.
Knowing and understanding your people as well as your enemies. Because your people are your enemies as well. Because your people got a lot of demonic shit with them. You know what I'm saying? When you can draw down in the street and babies is getting shot and killed. When you could draw down in the street and shoot your sister, shoot these black women, right? How many black women have been shot over the past year?
Was the sister that told them to stop doing the fireworks?
Right.
They took her out.
What are we doing? What are you doing? But you want to be, I'm a man. No, man, that's some beastly bullshit.
Right.
And why? Because you shoot fireworks and she asked you to stop. Fuck are you shooting fireworks for? What are you celebrating? You see how you do the smallest acts? How the smallest things manifest into your true belief?
Right.
It ain't the big shit, it's the small shit that separates men from gods. That separates the woke from the sleep. Not the big shit that you propagate out your mouth and the bullshit image that you throw on in the Ankh and the dashikis and all this other fly bullshit. What are you doing on a daily basis? If you scamming your people, you ain't woke and aware. If you're an information merchant, you full of shit. Right? And if you leading people to certain death,
that's true.
While fronting, because I don't know where they do that at. You showing people you got arms and not using it. What is that? These dudes ain't woke and conscious. They bullshit.
Yeah. Trying to put a couple of dollars in their pocket.
Exactly. You know? So you know how we do, babe. We keep it 1,000.
All the time. All the time. We have to.
All the time. Keep it 1,000, B. I don't play with them.
Right.
They can't come across the table with me. They not ready.
They're
not ready, because when you tell me you somebody, I'm going to check your skirt.
Right.
Straight up. You tell me you a man and you independent, I want to see.
And that's how we get better as a people, when we challenge each other. That's how we get better.
That's it.
Some people don't want to be challenged. They don't want to be questioned or nothing of that.
Because they can't stand tall on it.
Yeah.
Because it's flawed. You start chipping away at the little armor.
Right. And then when you question them or you challenge them in a brotherly way, you start finding out stuff.
Exactly.
You start finding, you're like, oh shit. You start finding out little things, that, you know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I'm talking about the best of them, B. People running around here following some yahoos, man. Straight like that.
Dudes put on a little costume, you know, like it's Halloween or something.
Yeah.
And then, you know, dudes is crazy with it, man.
They talk slick, they throw in an Ankh, they get an Ankh tat, get a dashiki or kufi. You know, we seen it behind the wall. Motherfucker facing 40 years, all of a sudden he got specs in his law work and shit. Now you know what you doing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's insane.
Handful of crystals. Yeah, handful of crystals on my
you gotta do dick of beads and all that, and they playing.
But you know one thing I realized? A lot of dudes that's real about it, you won't even know that personal stuff about them. I went to some dude's house and I see crystal stuff, but they not like that online. That's a personal thing. Yeah. They're not throwing that in your face trying to trick you with it. You know what I'm saying? That's like a personal thing, really. You know what I mean?
Good dudes are trying to, again, everybody wants to be a star. Conscious community ain't no different. Everybody want to be a star. They want to be in the league until it's really time to do some work. You understand?
Yeah, somebody left a comment. Who's that? That Brother Ronald? Somebody left a comment up saying who was that? Oh, the Brother Ronald. Brother Ronald definitely
That's the sister,
Oh,
Rolanda.
that's the sister?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, it's funny style. It's funny
Right.
style.
Right.
It's funny style. But you know, you can't tell people but so much. They need somebody to idolize. That's what they
Mm-hmm.
doing.
Right.
You get rid of one of them fall off the square, you get another one and another one. It's a lack of belief in self.
Mm-hmm.
I don't tell nobody nothing that they can't learn on their own. Or they
Facts.
shouldn't know at this point.
Facts.
I just have a talent of making it complex real simple because it really is.
Right.
You dig what I'm saying? You could take the principles of addition, 1 + 1 = 2. That same principle is the same when you're doing calculus and statistics.
Right.
Whether you're going from statistics to calculus to pre-calculus to trigonometry, algebra, geometry, 1 + 1 is going to always equal 2. So when it comes down to liberation, if you are subservient at any point, if you are selling your labor for cheap or you are up under somebody, you're not liberated. You cannot bargain with yourself when you're melanated and black because you're priceless. So your time, your energy, and your labor, you can't put a price on. That's everything. So if you enter any system that's designed to oppress you or to cheat you for your time and your space, you're a slave. You're not working towards liberation. You're bargaining. And people
Right.
bargain for decades, baby. You know, rest in peace to the elder. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The elder just passed with Martin Luther King and all
Oh,
that.
yeah. That's right. That's right.
You know, he bargained for 65, 70 years. And they get nothing
Yeah.
from it.
You're right.
We commend him on his courage in the beginning, when it was very courageous to go up in these towns where you could meet certain death, but bargaining across the table with these people for all this time?
Right.
What happened? Yeah, John Lewis, thanks, God. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You commend him for that, for those initial actions, because it was certain death they was facing. You give them the courage for that. But shit, after they splashed Martin, you go into the 70s and 80s. Come on, baby. You got to regroup.
Right.
You dig what I'm saying? That's what happens when we don't appreciate our melanin. That's what happens when we don't connect to the universe. That's what happens when we don't live and manifest our true nature. We just bargaining bullshit.
That's true.
Or you flashing hammers and bullshit. You ain't ready for none of that. You're playing with that shit.
Wow.
You dig what I'm saying? Me, if I had 1,000 dudes with hammers, man, listen, that's all we need is one little section. We ain't trying to gallivant and bullshit. We're going to lock down the spot, and that's going to be us. We're going to grow food where we're going to have our own electricity and water, everything.
That's true.
More than 1,000 arms? You crazy? Fucking the mafia at this height didn't have 1,000 gunners.
Right.
What is we bullshitting for? We playing games with here. Talking. Not believing in self, not manifesting shit. And I ain't with that. Shit.
Absolutely.
I'm all peace and power to the people. For real, for real. And we not talking. We not talking. Because you know what?
Not a bunch of cliches.
You know what? Whitey ain't talking. They getting that work here.
That's
Every
right.
day.
They putting it in.
Ain't nothing to talk about, ain't nothing to show.
Talking slows you down.
Exactly. But you know how this shit do. This shit be cutting us off and trying to play games. You know?
No question. I'm gonna put this on the Facebook. I mean, I put this on the Facebook and the YouTube Cosmology Bay and everything, and then I'll send out the links.
Definitely, definitely. And I might just, go shake and shimmy on Facebook real quick.
Okay.
You know, if you could get on doing that, then we could continue over there. You know?
Absolutely. Send me a link, man. It was definitely good getting up with you, man. This was a powerful one.
Always.
And the people loved it because we seen the reaction.
We got to show light, right?
Yeah.
That's what we do. Right?
That's right.
Radiate. It causes explosions.
Absolutely.
We ain't with that bullshit. You're not going to get it here.
That's right. That's right. Thank you for taking your time out, man.
No
Salute.
doubt. Salute.